Why stay earthbound when prosperity awaits you in the stars? Come to Halcyon, the only colony on the edge of the frontier, owned and operated by corporations. A trip of 10 short years will feel like mere minutes, thanks to the comfort and safety of your very own hibernation chamber. You'll wake up in a perfect society designed to maximize your productivity, with guaranteed full employment. With only a minor term of service, you will become the master of your own destiny when you go out of this world to the Halcyon Colony.
Hundreds of thousands of colonists left adrift out here forever, just to keep from damaging the board's bottom line. Disgraceful. Looks to be your lucky day, my friend.
Please power down your engines and prepare to be...
Not likely, bootlickers. Initiate skip jump.
Status. Structural integrity down 25%. Power levels down to 90%. Skip drive.
Shit.
Inoperable.
Ah, there you are. Wondering what's going on, eh? Bit of bad news there, I'm afraid. Your colony ship was inexplicably knocked out of skip space and forced to complete its journey at sublight speeds. This means that you and every other colonist on the Hope have been in suspended animation for 70 years, give or take. Normally, reviving someone after so long leads to some quite horrifying results. It's called explosive cell death, but it's really more of a liquefaction. Something wrong? Oh, yes, well, not to worry. I've pumped your body full of a special concoction I devised to keep you from dying so horrifically. Hopefully at all, but I guess we'll see, yes? Unfortunately, I used the last of my chemical supplies saving you. I know it's a lot to ask, but I must have your help securing more if we're to save the rest of your fellow colonists. I'd see it done myself, of course, but the board has a sizable bounty on my head. Now, my ship is inoperative, but I've managed to hire a smuggler to help you out. He'll be... Oh, I see we're in position. Good luck! Can you hear me? Is this thing working? Ah, there you are. Now, where were we? Oh, yes, the smuggler. His name is Hawthorne, and he should be waiting for you at the landing site. He's to be your chauffeur, so to speak. Not to worry. I'm told he's a specialist. Dashing gunslinger, one-of-a-kind ship, that sort of thing. You'll like him, I'm sure. I've also outfitted you with a simple wireless monitor, so I can track your progress. I'll check in with you as soon as you land. Good luck. All the colonists are counting on you.
Should be close by. What in law's name? Is that him? Oh, that idiot. I told him to plant the beacon and move away, not stand there holding it. Oh well, no sense in letting his ship go to waste. Hawthorne won't mind you taking his ship. Better you than the board, huh? Not sure I trusted the fellow. Might have gone after the bounty on my head. Shame about the whole squashing thing. Nasty way to go. Now, you've been frozen for a while. There's bound to be unforeseen side effects.
Hey, you, come here. You've tried the best now. Now try the rest. Spacer's choice. Oh, law, that stings. Looks like the bleeding stopped. I owe you one. Hope you don't mind me omitting this little exchange from my report. Spacer's Choice doesn't like us accepting outside help. We were out on patrol. I saw a marauder camp up in the hills. Thought I could take him. Then my gun misfired. Right through my side. I mean, what are the odds of that, right? Just barely scraped by with my life. Crawled in here and blocked off the exit with those canisters. Gibbering, flesh-eating, law-breaking, unemployed lunatics with guns. Some hull had grounded their spacecraft out in the open. That's a real good way to attract marauders. See those canisters by the entrance? Marauders come sniffing around in here, and I can take them all out with a single shot. Not bad, huh? Yeah, okay. You look like you know your way around a gun. Got some spare ammo. Not counting the bullet in my side. Here, you can have my saber too, for patching me up and all. All Spacer's Choice weapons are now 30% less likely to malfunction. You've tried the best, now try the rest. Spacer's Choice. Yes, nailed it that time. You hit your head or something? You're in Emerald Vale. We're a Spacer's Choice community. Edgewater's a little ways down. Prettiest place in the... The Hope? Is that some sort of fancy new drug? Are you with Auntie Cleo or something? Don't take this the wrong way or nothing, but I'm not allowed to fraternize.
Damn it, my ears! Oh, what just happened? Can you hear me? What in the hell? This...
over here before you get yourself killed. Don't know where you came from, stranger, but you best keep your head down. There's Marauder. Gall on that rungly. I'd slap him with... Really? How is he? Shouldn't have done that. Spacer's Choice family ain't authorized to receive medical aid from off-brand. We'll see him back to Edgewater. Just as soon as I cross these Marauders off, I just, need a couple of winks to catch my... Well, sometimes. Management's real good at cost-benefit analysis. But, seeing as I'm the you know what? You're right. It's time we...
Here we go. I can deal with this one. Hey, get up! I'd like to find bounty.
Please be informed that this vessel contains no valuable plunder. Intruders are not authorized to access the Unreliables. Please. Be advised that using the respecification machine will not make you a better person. Marauder, please be informed that the engine room contains nothing of value. Marauder, please be informed the ship has no crew for you to murder. Unauthorized access of spacefarer. Hello, Marauder. I am Ada, the autonomous digital astrogator. Please be informed that I am authorized to use violent retribution against... Please return any misappropriated equipment and exit this vessel in an orderly fashion. Failure to do... I detect an elevated heart rate, indicating dishonesty. Please, gesture procedures initiated. Please engage in airlocks. Prepare to eject. You are still here. My deception protocols have failed. I have been programmed to express disappointment. I am incapable of accepting orders from anyone other than Captain Alex Hawthorne. I deduce from the tone of your voice that Captain Hawthorne failed to meet you at the... I understand. I will require some time to... I am programmed to take orders exclusively from Captain Hawthorne. If I accept your orders... Well done, Captain Hawthorne. I see your powers of deductive reasoning remain intact. Unfortunately, our engine is currently inoperable. Our main drive suffered a... The main drive's power regulator has been irreparably damaged and must be replaced. Astutely observed. However, the probability of locating a power regulator within a worker cell, high-capacity power regulators are sometimes. I have taken the liberty of printing you a new Captain's Identity cartridge. This cartridge identifies you as. Best of luck in your search for a. These surveillance devices allow me to monitor you constantly. Please ignore them.
Say, this wouldn't happen to be your ship, would it? Because you sure walked in it like it was your ship. And if this ship is yours, well, ma'am, you owe Spacer's Choice a hefty fine. Afraid we gotta. Yeah, fair point. I'll let it go this time. If you're looking to help us out with our Edgewater's not too far. Just follow the road east of here. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to inspect.
waiting.
You pay!
Whoa, hey, where'd you come from?
The grease monkey, Argo. Seems we've got a guest. Really now, Parvati, I do... You were saying, Miss Holcomb.
It's just what Bess needs is a proper refurbish. I can bandage her up and what all, but she's just... old. Sorry, I'm sorry.
And I do wish you'd stop referring to our cannery as Bess. Personification of company property is strictly contrary to the My apologies. I am not in the habit of allowing my guests to witness such a... I'm Reed Thompson, Outpost Administrator. I cannot help... Of course not. I don't have that kind of luck. Seems I allowed my excitement to run away with my wit.
Only regulator we've got is hooked up to the town transformer. Mr. Thompson ain't liable to be keen on dismantling it.
I beg your pardon. I am most emphatically not. I can't let you have our power regulator. But I happen to know of another one. And I happen to know exactly how you may retrieve it without frying yourself in the process. There's a power regulator in the old Botanical lab. It's mostly abandoned, so all that power is being squandered. Go down to the geothermal plant. Reroute power from the Botanical District over to us. Once their power's shut down, you can have their regulator and be along on your way. I was not entirely sure how to tell you this. The Botanical Labs are not legally inhabited, but there are... The people living in the Botanical Labs. They're deserters, former workers. I need them back at their post. Edgewater is struggling. If we don't meet our quotas this year, the My hope is that by cutting off their power, you will convince those deserters to come back to town. Before you go to the plant, I want you to stop by the Botanical Lab. Speak to their leader, Adelaide. Tell her the power's about to go, and that it's time her band of deserters came back to town. Adelaide's older than the other deserters. She's That is not a hypothetical I enjoy entertaining. We need Adelaide back. Nonetheless, I will settle for the return of her followers. We will all...
My dad told me all about the plant. Taught me all he knew. I mean, if that's all right with you, Mr.
I hesitate to part ways with Miss Holcomb, but I cannot deny that you will need...
Great! I got my wrenches and diagnosticators and hairpins and engine tape, so I'm all set.
Well, I am glad...
Sorry, can't do that. Hey, ma'am, can we talk? Sorry. Can we talk? Sorry. You just want to get out of here. And you likely don't want to It's just... Mr. Top... To Mr. Thompson, a person's a gear. It does its job quiet-like. If it squeaks... Miss McDevitt? Oh, gosh, no. She was a real important person. A flavorist. Alls I know... Life's hard here. Especially for them that don't... Mr. Thompson, I think you should talk to the town's vicar about it. Max, his name is. About if what Mr. Thompson proposes to do is upright. Leaving Miss McDevitt's folk to their fate. Their neighbors. And maybe he can think it's just an idea. The mission's on the east side of town. You can...
I'm sorry. I'll just be a minute.
I've always felt weird in here. It's too...
Yes, what is it? And Ms. Holcomb is...
Just tagging along, Vicar DeSoto.
But
What? I thought you would talk to him.
You wanted to speak to me, Ms. Holcomb? Every time I've tried to engage you in conversation, I can't imagine... Depriving them of safety from the marauders and wildlife. I can see why that Miss Holcomb has a soft heart. Assuming your goal is to save as many as possible, then you should bring everyone together. Send the power to Edgewater and Not if things are left to stand as they are. If you don't mind a bit of unsolicited advice. One of the reasons I transferred here was to fulfill my duty in hunting down banned heretical texts. I happen to know my retrieval efforts have been thwarted by marauders who have overrun. It's a handwritten journal, a faded blue cover with the name M. Bakonu handwritten in the lower... Thank you. If you retrieve it, you can always find...
Look out!
What's that noise?
Okay, gone quiet. Incoming! Nice one! Ah! wanted to poke around in here.
Unexpected noise identified. Searching for unauthorized.
Yep, be right over. Mr. Thompson said to talk with Miss McDevitt before doing anything here?
Move along, stranger. We don't want any trouble. I don't know you. Answers, huh? You must be one. Yeah, that's us. And you can tell if you're gonna... Over in the hothouse, tending crop. Enough with the questions. Nope. Well, look at you, buzzing around the aether with your very own ship. No, I'm sorry. That was unworthy of me. Lady... It's not like Zoe to go... Can't imagine... Could do without the gallows.
If you're hungry, there's meat turning on the spit outside. If you're... whatever you're... I have been called that among...
Excuse me, Miss McDevitt? Sorry.
Why, thank you. You're Robert's girl. Are you staying long? You should... A home for anyone who's ever turned their backs on Edgewater. A home for those... so like this. It is an unpleasant story, dear. But the short of it is... the... Reed Thompson. You hear... Let's hear it. Make amends. Spare me. Like everything else that comes out of Edgewater, that peace offering is canned. He would do such a thing. The question is... Cannery's got a regulator. You want ship parts, you ought to rip them out of the cannery's guts and leave us be. If you're going down to the plant, you should divert power away from Edgewater and toward our end of the grid. Think about it. You'd be liberating an entire town from a lifetime of service to that odious cannery. Seems the sort of thing a hero would do. You've seen that miserable excuse for a town with your own lamps. Hollowed out workers laboring their lives away at the cannery, living off whatever scrap Spacer's choice throws them. You know that's true, don't you, Ms. Holcomb? Your father
He was tired all the time, sure, but he was old.
Look what they did to this child. Life in Edgewater grinds to a halt. The cannery shuts down, workers desert in droves, and our own little camp... You bring power to Reed's town and you'll be killing us. Reed knows it. He's I trust you will listen.
System.
We made it! Three switches. That'll be easy enough. Everyone all right? You got him! Two more. What'll happen to Miss McDevitt's folk if we send... Oh!
not real. You're not real. Go away, Phantom. Get away! Get away!
Mind the steam. You're liable to get scalded.
Noise.
Pass that armor!
Nearby unit.
If we send the power to Miss McDevitt, what happens to the veil?
Halt. Halt. Invest.
Can't get past that armor! I'm off. Celeste, I'm not sure what the ride is. Alls I know is the decision's final. Once we do this, there's no going back. Excuse me, ma'am. Look, I know you want your power regulator and all, but I just gotta ask you. Do you understand what you're about to do? I don't think you should cut off Edgewater's power. I think it would be cruel. I'm sorry. Edgewater's hurting. We've been losing workers year after year, and corporate hardly ever sends replacements. But the town's got some good people in it. Sorry, I didn't mean to babble on like that. I just... Really? I mean, wow.